We're back in Spain, central Spain to be exact, and this time we find ourselves in the beautiful Valle De Alcudia on invitation from our good friend Luis De La Torriente, and of course in search of more Montería action. Join us as we take to the Spanish winter sun, enjoying everything that Spain has to offer: good food, good people, and also helping to manage a local population of red deer and wild boar on a typical local Spanish Montería.
Cheers, mate. Hola and welcome to Spain, and here I am with my friends on our second day of our Montería trip, and the sun's just coming out, but I can tell you it's -1 and it's quite chilly. And what area are we in, Lou?
We are in central Spain.
Central Spain?
Next to Sierra Morena.
Alcudia.
Yeah? Valle De Alcudia, yeah.
Alcudia. And we've just arrived, and as you can see, a real village spirit in the background. We're on the local football pitch, and this is where everybody's meeting and having breakfast, and breakfast is called migas.
Migas.
Migas, I saw.
Yeah.
My Spanish training's coming on. And so we meet here for half an hour, and then we get to draw our pegs and go out onto the field. What can we expect today, Lou?
We can expect to have a very fun day, a lot of fun. We hope to see some stags, some red deer.
Red deer stags, yeah.
Also wild boars. The area is full of wild boars today.
Yeah. Any mouflon in this area?
Maybe some
mouflon.
Yeah.
So.
You know, we are hunting in free range, so the animals are moving from one place to another, so maybe they are inside today.
Yeah, so it's a free range area. It's like a national park we're in, and we drove about 5 or 6 kilometres off the main road through some beautiful valleys, didn't we? Yeah, really nice. So this is very typical Spain and how they do their cull, their harvest. It's a group of maybe 40 or 50 hunters all gather together and hunt this area once a year normally. Yeah.
Only once a year.
Only once a year.
By law.
By law. So this is the one chance for the area to do its get in its cull. Yesterday on Lolo's area we saw a very balanced cull, I thought. So maybe 1/3 were males, 2/3 were females and kids on the red deer. So we're looking forward to it very much. So you can see my breath. It's not. It's not Spain as you would imagine, being really nice and warm. You have these extreme temperatures in the winter where it can be minus temperatures, and then yesterday we had 22 degrees.
Yeah. And today we will probably reach 20.
20 degrees, yes. So yeah, I'm starting my trousers and probably end up in my shorts. So anyway, come and join us with Manuel and Luis, and have a great day with us.
Good luck.
Just arrived onto our position and set ourselves up, and we've got well, for me, an incredible place where we're on this track. I can't see any of my colleagues, so everything's safe. And we've got a lovely valley down below us, and we've just range finded everything, so we know the distances we're dealing with. So my gun at the moment is 0'd at 100 metres. Everything below us is 60 to 70 metres. Out to 120 metres on that bank, so that's absolutely perfect. We've got a track that's just all backstop, and then we've got some forestry behind us that goes up and over the hill, so a really good position. The only negative side of it is the sun, which we're not going to grumble about. So it's about 11 o'clock now. We were the last line or group of hunters to be put out, and that's because we're in the centre of the hunt. So what they do is they go out line by line. Each line has a name. I think there was 8 or 9 different lines, and they put out the outside ones first, and then as you go into the centre of the hunt to put the different gun positions out, just by us driving on these tracks you can move game already. And as we were just setting up, we heard shots in the distance. They're looking to put the dogs, the hounds, in about half an hour when everything's settled down. She might come down here. So the hind just ran across the top of the skyline. Spike just came Look straight at me. So they said to us there's going to be a drive come through after about an hour. This is the first passing of the drive, and then they're going to come back. They'll be gone for an hour and then they'll come back again. After the second time they've been passed, about 20 minutes after that, that's the hunt over. I haven't got an idea of the time, but I would say it's at least 12:30. Those dogs are paying my staggy way too much attention. What though? Spanish for getaway, I think. Thought it was a hind at first, but a staggy's come down through there, hidden in the bushes, and the noise of the dogs coming through has just pushed him out, and I've picked down, and then he came out of the bush. Dan spotted him, straight up onto him, poof, the ECX 165 grain, smacked him right behind the shoulder. You saw him rear up, really good heart shot, 120 metres, just what I would do at home. Ran down, he's done about 20 metres and just keeled over. He's dead down there, absolutely fantastic. Good heart shot.
But we lost it for a minute, didn't we? We lost it. And then
yeah, well, it's just all this thick cover. They're just open little areas behind it, and you've just got to be so careful. As we've already seen out on the track, 2 or 3 of the dogs are quite dark coloured, and you just got to make sure. And I think that dog barking in the background just pushed him out, and he's down, he's dead. Bloody deer everywhere. Don't need to wear any blaze orange. And just look at my face. This is the excitement of a Montería, and it has to be versatile. You don't know if the shots are going to be behind you, in front of you, below you. The great thing about the system I'm using, which is the Spartan Ascent tripod, is the fact it's got the bayonet on it. I can just pop it off, and then I can use Sow and Hammer's sling to pull it in, and I can take a pig at the back there. I've got every option covered with the most stable of shots, and everything at the back's 30-40 metres, and everything in front is from 100 out to 200 metres. But
I mean,
you think it's open, but there isn't. There's places for it to hide in there, and then just little areas where they come picking down. And deer have snuck past us. We had a hind earlier on. The dogs were barking, followed it right up. It just snipped out the back and up over the top. But there was, my colleague had shots, so hopefully he had some luck. So.
It's got a dog right behind it.
It's coming down through here. Oh, there's somebody down there. Here it comes down through here.
Yeah.
See it? That's him down.
That's down.
That's him down.
That's down.
God, I was on bloody tiptoes, Dan. Film my position. High five, amigo. High five, amigo. And now the dogs arrived. Oh my God. So we saw him coming down the bank, but there's a dog hot after him, but he's having to try and find his scent. And I could have shot earlier, and I was just making sure, and I said, I think it's a dog. And that's the trouble. There's a couple of dogs here that are sort of like brown, and you just got to make sure the dog that's on it's white. My barrel's back now, so I'm just going to try and find it. So my gun is empty. I'm just trying to find it, but he's in there. I've got a feeling that's him.
100% I saw it go down.
Down like a sack of tatties.
Holy moly.
I know how you feel, mate. So I'm using a Hornady International ECX bullet, and I'm using it in my trusty Merkel Helix 308, and these are 165 grain. 5 shots and 1 up the spout gives me 6 shots on the Montería. You can see the flat tip of the bullet head. This is a non-lead bullet, specifically designed by Hornady for Europe, and doing exactly what I'm doing, which is medium to large size game, where you get a hard hitting round with minimum carcass damage but causing a great wound channel. We've just heard shooting just over the brow of the hill. Earlier on, a wild boar came down and ran right past us at 15 metres, but in the bushes we couldn't see it. We could just got a shot. I've got a staggy there to pull down. It's the end of the hunt now, and then I've got 2 pieces down the bottom, which is a staggy and a yearling staggy, or 80mm staggy, and also a wild boar. So quite a bit of work to do. Yeah, it's the. I'm just listening. Yeah, we haven't heard a shot for about 20 minutes, half an hour, so I'm expecting Lewis. Hopefully he's been successful. We heard plenty of shooting round the next corner in the next valley, and I hope that was Lewis, and he's got a bag full too. But it's been an amazing experience. I think this is my 6th Montería in 2-3 years, and everyone's different. I can't say every place I've been is different. Some are narrow, some are big. Yesterday, out to 350 metres. Every time we've seen game. Every time we've seen game. Not necessarily to shoot at, but the amount of red deer in the last 2 hunts has been incredible. And we had a cheeky young wild boar come behind us, 20 metres, but it just wasn't. I could just see movement into thick bush. Dan, if you pan round, you can see these bushes. Look, you can see movement, but there's nothing to shoot into. Yeah, it's been incredible, really, but so warm. It must be 20-22 degrees, and we brought 2 litres of water and it's all gone. So the hard work now is to retrieve these animals, or mark them for retrieval, but then they use ponies and mules to get them out. That's the only way you can get them out of these rocky, deep canyons. But just look at this, Dan, pan round here, look, show everybody, look at it, it's phenomenal. Wild Spain, as Lewis would say. Fantastic. You can hear the guys in the background calling the dogs back. Really, particularly exciting and, well, long day. It must be 3 o'clock now, so yeah, long drive back to Madrid after this, and off to the Pyrenees on another adventure. So here's my staggy I shot at the start of the drive, and he came down through the bushes and just sort of like looking down at us, and he just presented a shot on his shoulder. A bullet's gone in there and come out up through there, but it's travelled low and up, and he just dropped him on the spot, and we could see him just kicking. All the fur that's been pulled out is because we keep getting visited by the dogs. But what do we shout, Dan?
Morto.
Morto, and then the dogs leave it. So I think that means dead or leave or whatever. But anyway.
But unfortunately, we didn't get it on the trigger cam, did we? So it's just so quick.
Cam, unfortunately. So, but that's the excitement of. We do our best to capture everything on film for you guys, but it's not always possible. You have to press a button on the trigger cam, and get on it and shoot it. And Dan's trying to find it in the bushes, but you kind of just go into instinct mode. And I was just saying to Dan, half the time it's a split-second reaction, and you just have to base it on, you know, what you've done in the past, where you think the kill area is, and well, this just dropped on the spot. So yeah, wonderful. I'll just bring that down. Okay, so we've just walked all the way down to it. Dan stayed up on the ridge where I was, my shooting point, which is about 120, 130 metres, and I've shot a mature sow and hit it just behind the shoulder. We see it's got a leg injury, but it showed no sign of that at all when it came down the bank. It was picking its way through with a dog quite a bit behind it. So good and satisfying. We're here, Dan. Good and satisfying that I've put it out of its injury. I'm sure it would have recovered from that injury, and I shot it on the shoulder. Again, 165 grain ECX bullet, absolutely floored it on the spot. You'll see from the video footage. So really pleased with that, and that's a non-lead round, knocking it over. So awesome bullet by Hornady, and a fantastic day, really fantastic day. This was the icing on the cake for us. I had 3 red deer, and this was the 3rd thing I shot. But really chuffed. I shot what I thought was a young staggy, but all in the quickness of the moment. I've got down to it, it's a hind. So again, we got that on film. It was a really good bullet reaction, kicked in the air and ran about 20 metres. But the work now is to get them back up there, which is, well, it's there. But Lewis just showing you the shooting position. Absolutely awesome time in wild Spain. Muchas gracias, mi amigo. Okay, so we've just come down to my staggy that I shot from on the ridge at the top there. Real good bullet strike, jumped, kicked and came down about 20 metres. I just walked past it as we were going down to the pig, and it was the spikes were in the bush, so I thought it was a hind. But anyway, the guy's here now to collect it on the pony, and it must be 4:30 now. So this is how they retrieve them in Spain. The equivalent of a gator or a quad bike. You can't use those vehicles here. It's so stony, so steep. It's good old horsepower. Pony power or mule power. I think it's a mule actually. And then that will tenderise it. Ready for the butcher. Cheers.
Y yo 2 firmas.
Cheers, mate.
¿Qué, has matado lo que has tirado?
Lo que he tirado, tío. 2 balas. Con el aim point además.
Bien.
Beer never tasted so good.
Por allí y por acá y por detrás.
Gente.
Para tirar. Con árboles. O sea que bien. No estaba peligroso. Buen nombre. ¿Cuánto? Es que la cambió.
So calm after the storm, the hunt is over and everybody comes back to this place, and everybody has some food, and while they're waiting for the game to be brought back in, we were the last in because well, we were quite a long way away and we had 4 pieces to collect, and everything I had was down in a valley, but we got them back and heartbeats resumed to normal, and you can see the tableau being brought in behind us. We're already saying it's 80 to 90 pieces, so from 46 guns, that's incredible, isn't it? So look at what we've got. About 50% of it is wild boar, which on this one is great because that's what I really love to shoot. I got one myself, and then the rest is basically a cull on their red deer. And as I've probably said several times in the film, this is one day in a year when they hunt this area, and this is a national park that we're in, so it's their cull for the year, and what comes in. So
This is it here. You can see the guys bringing them in, and then what happens after they've done the count, tagged everything that they've got to tag, then another team come in and clean it all out, and then it goes off to the chiller and into the food. Into the food chain. So yeah, it's been an absolutely awesome day for me. Every Montería I've done has been differently, so I can't say it's typical or whatever because everything I've done has been different. But the thing on Montería is that you have to kind of understand is that you can be put in a position to take extremely long shots. Thankfully today I had nothing more than 150 metres and I had 4 shots and 4 good kills, so I was chuffed to bits. Yesterday was very frustrating because everything we saw was 250, 350 metres, and although I did a couple of shots I missed, and then I wasn't prepared after that to take any more, so we're really pleased. And, as the sun sets in Spain, I can just say we had a fantastic day and a lovely time with some friends and their colleagues and associates.